Hey everyone, this is Luke again, and this is going to be sort of like a mashup of bunch of theories I have of Ninjago Dragons Rising. So, because if I did all of the theories separately, it would be like 2-minute videos, because they have rather simple explanations, and I don't want that. So I'm just going to jumble up into one. So, theory numero uno, or number one if you don't know Spanish, and that is Aren and Sora are the new elemental masters of creation for Aren, and Sora destruction. I mean, if you looked at the teasers, Aren seems to use like a golden spinjitzu. Now, I know some people say, well, spinjitzu doesn't really mean you have a power. That is true. But that doesn't necessarily prove against it, because most of the time, besides a few exceptions here and there, if you have spinjitzu, you most likely have an elemental power as well. So, he could definitely be the next elemental master of creation. And with Sora as well. Because we see Sora use some sort of power. Now, some people are saying, well, Sora created something, therefore it can't be destruction. Who says it can't be? Did you forget that creation and destruction go hand in hand? Did you also forget that in, SOG, Garmadon, despite wielding the element of destruction, created the Oni Titan. Just because you have destruction doesn't mean you're unable to create things, and vice versa. Just because you're able to create things doesn't mean you're unable to destroy them. That's not how it works. Just because you have one doesn't mean you can't have the other one. That's like how a lot of people back then were like, well, if Zane has ice, does this mean he has water? I mean, he could, but, power logic is very out there when it comes to Ninjago. But this leads into the next theory, and that is, Wu and Garmadon are dead in Ninjago Dragons Rising. Now, if you saw during one of the teasers, there seems to be some sort of frame in the monastery. That it's like a picture or a frame of Wu. And Wu is strangely absent as well. Kind of similar to a few other characters that I'm going to explain later. And Lloyd is also holding Wu's staff. So, would this mean that Wu somehow died during the event after Crystallized and before or Dragon's Rising? It's possible, especially considering Wu's purpose as a character has been kind of declining as of late. He kind of seems to not really serve that much of a purpose in the show anymore, because he's just the wise old sensei. Plus, his final character arc resolved and crystallized. So there's really no point for Wu, the character, to continue on. Plus, with the way they're directioning as Lloyd being the new master, being the new sensei and whatnot, it's kind of like what Garmadon said in Season 4. You can't have two sensei or two masters. Only one of them shall remain. And in this case, it's Lloyd. So, Wu would be gone, and which, honestly, he should have died during Crystallize, but that's another conversation. But then, what about Garmadon? Garmadon is the older brother, so it's not that much of a surprise if he's somehow still alive, but it wouldn't surprise me either if he's also dead, considering it would be another twist of brutal irony or cruel irony, kind of like how it's between seasons 3 and 4, Lloyd finally saved his father, and then a season later, he has to sacrifice himself. It's like, oh, now I'm finally on good terms with my father. And then he's dead, and now he's dead. It's just, Lloyd cannot catch a break, I swear to God. This man needs all sorts of therapy. But, anyways, now we're going to lead up into the third theory, and that is, where the heck are Jade, Cole, and Zane? Because for some reason they've been mysteriously absent in all the teasers so far, except for the second one that was released. They've been mysteriously absent, which is very odd considering considering they are main characters as well. So, honestly, I think that they're not going to suffer the same fate as Wu and Garmadon. Now, if you're wondering how Wu and Garmadon would die, easy. Old age. And now I know what you're going to say. What? But they're part Oni and part dragon. That doesn't make them immortal. It just means they age slower. Same thing with Lloyd. It doesn't make him capable of being immortal. It just means he'll live longer. That's not the same thing. So back to Jay, Zane, and Cole. I don't think they are going to suffer the same fate. I think it's going to be something like Hunted, where they're scattered in another place and they have to find their way out, basically. Kind of like what Hunted did with the first realm. And I believe they'll serve some importance and whatnot. So, those are the ones that there's also the, I also made some sort of like, allegory. This is the fourth one. And that is, Arin is an allegory of the fandom and how far it's come. Basically, Arin is the bridge between the newer fans and the older fans. Because a lot of the older fans are very concerned with the next generation. Understandable, considering we've had these characters since when we were like children. And to see them finally go, it will suck. It will suck. But I believe Arin is kind of like that key where he's a new character, but it's something that the old fans wanted. So that's why he would bridge the gap to old fans, because it's what old fans want. They want new stuff. They don't want the same old that Ninjago's been kind of falling into the trap, basically. Whereas new fans may also want something new because they're just starting out with Ninjago and whatnot, so they may not understand, all the semantics of the previous series and whatnot. So Arin could be appealing to new fans because that's their character. It's similar to how we view Kai, Jay, Cole, Zane, Lloyd, and Nia, Wu, and even Garmadon to an extent as our characters, whereas Arin and Sora would be their characters. And there's nothing wrong with that. I don't get why there's such a big issue with it. I don't get it. There's no issue here. It's just new characters. I understand it's hard letting go of your past and whatnot, but that doesn't mean that you're not going to see them again. You're forgetting that there's plenty of Ninjago content where they are in. There's been over 10 plus years of content, and if they go away, who cares? You can watch all the previous seasons for how many times you want and experience all those adventures again. That's fine. That's fine. So, that was just all my little theories that I've had as of late, and I wanted to put them into one video because I didn't want to do like multiple shorts and be like blah 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 blah. So, but I will produce a short talking about the age rating sort of thing. That's something that I want to do because that's kind of a topic that I want to do. So, anyways, what do you guys think of my little theories, or the theories that the fandom came up with? Well, the first one was my theory. The other ones were fan theories. Oh, and the allegory one, the Arin allegory one. That's also mine. So, 2 of my theories, 2 of the fans' theories. So anyways, what do you guys think about them? I want to let you know. I want to see your thoughts about these theories in the comments down below. But anyways, I hope you guys like this video. Give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel by clicking the red subscribe button, and click on the notification bell to see every video that I will upload. And I'll see all you folks in the next video. Bye-bye!